Hey everyone, welcome back to In the Office with Scott and Wallace. I'm Robert Scott. We're here every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Once again, here are my law partners.
Clint Wallace, happy Tuesday.
Matt McNamara, happy Tuesday.
As you may notice, we all are wearing some pink today in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month that we ring in October. And I know that we'll start seeing pink all over town, and I'm sure the football players, etc., will be wearing pink. So we're happy to show our support, and we honor all the breast cancer survivors out there who are fighting courageous battles. Today we're going to go back to Ask Me Anything, #AMA. That was pretty popular last time, so we're going to try to do this once a month. And with that, we're just going to, talk about a few things that are going on at the office while we wait for some questions to roll in. So,
sure. So fire away with your questions. So,
anything on your mind, Clint?
No, what do we do today? That's usually what we start talking about. I had an in-house client meeting. Sometimes we have clients that are involved in an accident, and lots of times their car's disabled, they're not able to come to us, so we come to them. So I went and met with a couple that had an accident a couple days ago. It's a service we offer, so if you're not available to get to us, we can oftentimes come get to you.
Yeah, and along those lines, we also will go to hospitals. We've said this before: hospitals, rehab facilities, anywhere that we can get to accommodate a client. We want to do that. It's not awkward for us. It doesn't need to be awkward for the potential client. We're happy to meet. You know, a lot of times with these claims, time is of the essence. So we can't wait for you to get better. We have to get started on our investigation so that we can help level the playing field, so to speak.
Sure.
But what about you? What are you doing working on?
I'm on the phone today with some workers' compensation carriers. So we do workers' comp here at Scott and Wallace, and sometimes the carrier is a little delayed in getting the benefits to the individual that are required. So I've been on the phone today with some carriers, making sure that they're giving out the benefits they need, and specifically some lost wage benefits that somebody was entitled to but they weren't yet receiving. So we're on the phone with them and getting those squared away.
Very good, very good.
Quick interjection here, you guys. We got a question from Lauren Park. She says, what organizations do you guys give back to locally?
Well, that's a great question. We've kind of started doing more internally. We do a turkey giveaway. That's going to be coming in very soon. It's one of the things we've added a couple years ago. We're very excited about. We're going to give away 100. It's going to be at least that many this year to families in need during the holiday season, and that's it's in December, not to be confused with Thanksgiving. So we're going to be doing that around the Christmas holidays.
Sure. We got the Taylor Mosley Scholarship.
Taylor Mosley Scholarship. We also partnered recently with Leon County Schools, and a shout out to Principal Robinson. Her reign as principal, the Scott and Wallace Principal of the Month, is coming to an end, and we'll be celebrating a new principal tomorrow. And so we have an announcement on that front tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. We also have donated to a variety of different causes. We've done Boys Town, Pace Center for Girls, the Red Cross,
the Honor
Flight, Tallahassee,
football leagues, baseball leagues, basketball leagues.
Yeah, we try to do as much as we can. Obviously, we would hope that people in our shoes would do the same thing, and we will continue to be as charitable as we can.
We're really excited about our partnership with Leon County Schools right now, so that's our concentration.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we have another question from Jerry Coombs. Do you envision expanding to other cities?
We're actually in other cities. It's no secret that all three of us live in Tallahassee, but you want to talk about our other offices?
Yeah, we have offices in Panama City, Thomasville, and Valdosta. I was in the Thomasville office yesterday, and we cycle through the various offices. As far as other cities, we'll see what happens if there's a market that we see that we're getting clients in and can service and help. Then that's an opportunity that we'll look at.
Absolutely.
Awesome, and we have a fun question from Summer, which says, "What are your kids dressing up as for Halloween?"
That is a great.
Mine, I'm just going to try to get clothes on because he's naked all the time. My 4-year-old, they threw out a lot of different costume ideas, and so we'll see ultimately what they land on. We're big into Princess Bride, the movie from the 80s or the 90s. They've only watched that 40 or 50 times, so maybe a character from that that movie or some type of Star Wars character. So that's
Matt doesn't have any kids.
I don't have any kids.
So you're just going to sort of continue to scare insurance companies.
I'll be out there handing out candy in the neighborhood. Costume to be determined.
I hear you. My 5-year-old little girl, she actually is. That's an interesting question because yesterday she told me she was going to be Doc McStuffins, which is a popular show, and I also have a 1-year-old little boy, and apparently there's a dinosaur in the show. So I guess she said she wants him to be the dinosaur because she has something else that can be all the other little pets or stuffed animals. So Bodie gets to be a dinosaur, and Tatum is Doc McStuffins.
That's to be one of her props.
Yeah, there you go.
I feel like candies.
Exactly.
Awesome. So Melinda says, what type of cases do you find the most rewarding?
Ooh, that's a good question, Melinda. The ones where we help, where we're helping people, we talk about it, and it sounds like we're beating a dead horse, but most of our clients come in, they've had something happen, now their families they're losing wages, so they don't have money coming in, it puts them behind the 8 ball, they've got medical bills piling up, and so helping them solve that problem, especially when we can do it as quickly as we often are able to, that's really the rewarding part for me.
I agree with that. I think just anytime you can, the expression, anytime you tell a client that, after a long fight, especially like in litigation or something, that the case is successfully resolved, a demand has been met, for example, then it's that silence on the phone where they understand that their problems are fixed. The problems they've been battling, that's pretty special.
Sure.
And going back to what I was working on today, some of these workers' compensation issues, because it combines the kind of an aspect of y'all's practice, which is you're injured and you have to go through all the things that come along with an injury, and then it also deals with areas of my practice, which a lot of times you're out of your job while you're recovering from your injury. So it's not only you're dealing with an injury, but you're dealing with a loss of income at the same time. So being able to act on somebody's behalf and get them the benefits that they need, so they can kind of live some semblance of a similar life they were living to before the accident. It's always nice.
Yeah, agreed.
And to that end, just as a follow-up there, another thing that always makes me very excited is we maintain a culture here where everybody, we think we've assembled the best staff in town of any law firm, and when the clients at the end of the case say, wow, Summer or any one of the people we have, Melinda, and they say, wow, they really helped me out, y'all made it so seamless, that makes me proud.
Exactly, I agree with that.
All right, we got a question here from Ashley. She says, what is my role as a client in a personal injury case?
Just to get better. When you hire us, the whole legal aspect of that we handle. Any evidence we need to find, we go get it. If we need to litigate a case, we handle all that. So if you're our client, your job is just to get better.
Yeah.
So.
You guys have a lot of people watching right now. Debbie Scott, I assume that's your mom, says hello.
She's
Hello,
excited,
Mom.
She's your
she's
your
excited about the
babysitter.
Doc McStuffins.
Yeah, everyone needs a loyal fan.
You have Taylor Sexton, Stephen James Park, Jerry Coombs, Tina Coombs, Matt Nixon, lots of people watching. Another question, typically how long does it take to resolve a case?
These are very good questions. Go ahead, Clint.
Yeah, the answer is it depends. Some clients come to us and they need very little treatment. It's 1 or 2 doctor's appointments. Other people come and they need a couple of years of treatment. And the short answer to the question is we need you to finish your treatment so that we can talk to your doctors and make sure we have a complete understanding of what your injuries are before we attempt to negotiate that case.
Yeah, that's right. The more serious the injury, unfortunately, a lot of times longer the process. And the reason for that is we need to understand as your lawyers what your future prognosis is. If it's if you make a full recovery, that's what we all would hope. But if that's not possible given the severity of the injury, we need to know what it's going to take to take care of you.
And make sure there's money there.
And that's recoverable. So the more information we can have, the better. And a lot of times that just goes hand in hand, I guess I should say, with the severity of the injury.
Sure.
And in my area of law, it's a unique area where there's a requirement under law for employment claims to file a charge of discrimination before bringing any lawsuits. They can allow the Florida Commission on Human Relations to investigate the charges. So that adds a little bit of length to the time, but it's also nice having a commission go in there and investigate these charges and hopefully be able to right the wrong without the need for a lawsuit.
Sure.
Right.
All right, another fun question from Annabelle. What are your favorite vacation destinations?
Anywhere with a beach for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to be outside fishing, playing golf, and spending time with family.
Agree. I like to be outside. So if I can fish or hunt or go to the beach, or those are the types of areas I like to go to.
Same here. Can't argue with either one. Best
Matt
vacation
chases Florida State around.
Yeah, wherever they're playing, they got a football field. But yeah, favorite vacations are Key West and Montana, so two ends of the spectrum. But being outside and enjoying it.
It's a good Hemingway answer.
Thank you.
I can tell why you guys all like each other. Similar interests. Okay, Tara says right here, who should I contact first in a nursing home negligence case?
Sure.
A lawyer.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you certainly, we've kind of hit on this. You don't want to go making statements or even accusations and against somebody that you may think bears fault for an injury, right? Whether,
Sure.
regardless of the situs of that injury, if it's a nursing home or a hospital or
Sure.
car, it's just not a good idea to start talking to the other side or lodging accusations without a lawyer.
Sure. And to answer that question, we've successfully resolved nursing home cases in the past.
Yeah.
We're happy to talk to you about your specific scenario. Just like anything else, if it's something we can help you with, we will. If not, then we can refer you to somebody who we know that practices in whatever particular area it is and does a good job with it.
Right. All right, this is kind of an interesting question from Taylor. He says, if you were not practicing law, what career field would you be in?
Wow. Yeah. If this is aspirational, like professional golfer, then if it's more realistic, that's a good question. What would you do?
I was a marketing major. I've always seen the benefits of good marketing, what it can do for a company, and kind of spreading the word out. So I think that would have been a fallback career. But yeah, no bars, probably a professional golfer.
Yeah, I think like being a professional fisherman, a professional golfer would be awesome. My mom's watching, so I'll say this. I know she'll get a cat of the story. I used to say I was going to be an orthodontist, and then I took biology my freshman year in college and made it through 2 classes, and I was like, I got to drop this class. And so that ended my whole orthodontist career right there. But lawyers. I think being a lawyer is always kind of something I wanted to do. So I'm kind of doing what I want to do. To be honest with you.
Right.
All right, we got to wrap up soon here, you guys, but last question from Jenna. She says, what does a day in the life of a lawyer look like for you?
Well, these are great questions. To answer your question, my days generally wake up, get the kids ready for school. While I'm doing that, take a look at my calendar for the day and the thousands of emails we have to get to, take the kids to school, come to work. Usually we'll have a few hearings or depositions during the week.
A lot of phone calls.
A lot of
letters.
Preparing for those depositions, hearings, and trials takes a lot of time too. Typically,
It changes some though, which is kind of interesting. That as the cases change, so does kind of the job description.
Right.
Sure.
One day we may be doing legal research and filing a motion for summary judgment, responding to a demand for discovery, and another day we have multiple client meetings. It just kind of depends.
It varies, and something for sure will pop up. Walk-ins, potentials coming here. I'm with Clint. I usually try to start my day by trying to plan it out best I can, but things pop up and get your attention that you have to work on. So it varies.
Yeah. That's what keeps it fun.
Yeah, it does.
That's about it. If y'all want to wrap it up.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, we're doing this, trying to do it once a month where we answer any questions that you have. Answer any questions. So if we didn't get to your question today, we'll try to reply to it in the comments. You can always call us anytime that you have a legal question or any other type of question, and we'll answer it. But if not, we'll see you guys back here next Tuesday, and we'll look forward to the next In the Office with Scott and Wallace.
#AMA. #Scott and Wallace. All right, see you.
Thanks.